Hey there, I'm Melissa Keenan, CEO and Head Intimacy Coach at Coaching with Melissa Keenan. I'm also a keynote speaker and USA Today best-selling author. My company, we focus on helping high-profile, high-level business women create deep intimacy in their personal relationships. And I have a heart for women who are high-profile, high-level business leaders and what their individual and personal struggles are when it comes to experiencing deep intimacy in their relationships. I believe that there is a kind of a unique set of experiences, maybe you would call them high-level problems, that women like this experience in their relationships. And the thing about this is that if we are feeling and just check your own life as I share this. If we are feeling closed off, muted, discouraged, disheartened in our personal relationships, does that not affect our performance in our business, our impact in the world, our soul mission? It does, right? It's not rocket science. We are not compartmentalized beings. We are whole, sovereign beings. And so it is going to have an effect. And so I speak specifically to businesswomen for this reason. So hi, if you're watching, say hello in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're watching from. And I'd love to hear, are you married? Are you single? Share a little bit about yourself in the comments so I can know who's here and who's watching. So let's break this down. I shared here that it's about finding true intimacy without feeling like you're losing your power in your business. And I think that that's important to bring up because often I will hear women say, well, I know that intimacy is an area that I struggle. And this could be on many fronts, right? We're not just talking about physical intimacy. A lot of times people hear intimacy, they immediately think sex. Yes, that's part of it. But it's also like an emotional intimacy or closeness, ability to connect, right? A mental ability to connect or experience intimacy, even a spiritual ability to experience intimacy. And so many women will say to me, I know I have a problem with this. Like, I know that it's not exactly what I want it to be, whether that is physical or whether it's like my heart's guarded or, whatever those things are that are blocking you from intimacy. But it's like, it's just not my priority. I don't have time. I'm worried it will slow me down in my scaling of my business or in my important work in the world. And again, I'm like, oh yeah, I so get the thing about, especially women who are deeply convicted about their work in the world is like, you're not going to do anything to compromise that. And I get that. I'm the same way. I will not do anything to compromise my purpose and passion and work in the world because I know how important it is. And I know that when I'm connected to it, I'm thriving. And when I'm disconnected from it, I don't even it's part of who I am. My business is in my cells. It's in my being, right? And my guess is that's the same for you. So I'm not going to do anything to compromise that. And so I want to teach you and show you how intimacy actually can boost and magnify your work in the world. Did you know that? I mean, how awesome is that? Your intimacy and your ability to experience deep intimacy, to give and receive, to be in that open, receiving, sharing space absolutely has an impact in your business. Okay, so I drew this conclusion a little bit. Let's go a little deeper with it, right? We can all agree we're not compartmentalized beings, so I'm not only business owner, I'm also mother. I have many hats, right? And I'm also a wife, and I'm also a church goer, a community member. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, and we're not compartmentalized beings. So we are a whole being. Let's take that a little bit deeper. I'll often hear busy, powerful businesswomen who will say, I'm tired. because I have to do everything. I do everything at work, and then I come home and I do everything at home too. Anybody relate with that one? Or she'll say, actually my relationship is really good, but I struggle trusting at that deepest level. So we don't have sex as often as we'd like to, or, we don't have as much time together where it's just easy. We're just able to relax together. We have some of these barriers around intimacy. Or she'll say, because of my past and different things, I can feel that my heart is still slightly guarded with him. And I don't know how to really release that or let that go. So then we have to ask about the reverse. How could some of those things also be holding you back in your business? Maybe it's visibility. Maybe it's deeply connecting with your clients. Maybe it's feeling like you're able to make a really powerful impact. Maybe it's in your sales and feeling like you're able to magnetize and receive payments from new clients, actually have those channels open. We are calling in new leads and those who are ready and willing to pay, right? Intimacy is a huge part of all of that because it comes from our energy. And so with that, is this clicking for you guys? I'd love to hear again in the comments. Say hello. Let me know who's watching. Even if you're watching on replay, I'd love to hear who's watching. And if this is connecting for you guys about the connection between intimacy and your business. And let me just click around here for a moment. Okay, because I don't know. I can't see any comments. Maybe none of you are commenting. That's okay. So what do we do then? What do we do when we recognize, I know intimacy is important. I know that it's something that I want more of. I know that it's something I struggle with. I have struggled to prioritize it. Then what's next? Let me take it again another layer deeper. I see this so important for our day and age because the way of doing business, like the good old boys club, is dying. Our world has been in a patriarchal society for how many thousands of years, and that is now shifting. Masculine energy ways of doing and being have been highly praised, as if that's all there is to us. And yet those ways again are slowly decaying, and people are getting burnt out. They're getting worn down by feeling like they have to be existing in these masculine structures. Not just women either, men, right? It's like, how many men do you hear that it's like, it's my favorite thing is I feel like they're popping up like crazy, where they're like, I made my first $1 million by 26 or something. And then I had this spiritual enlightenment. And now I walk the shores of Bali in my bare feet. And I have less money in my wallet, but I have more love in my heart or something, right? Everyone is waking up to this. Are you guys seeing that? Are you seeing that in your society? And in our society and in the world? Things are shifting and changing. And so what that means is people are looking for this heart connection more than ever in business. Is that not true? It's like when you're running your teams, when you're working with clients, even when you're speaking, mass marketing like I'm doing right now, just showing up and doing trainings and videos. People want to know where your heart is. It's almost like in a coming day, what's on the inside will show up on the outside, and we want to know what's in there, and we want to know, can I trust what's in there? Can I trust what I see, what I'm experiencing from you? It's less about give me a formula, give me the knowledge. We've got a ton of knowledge. We can go on Google and find out anything we want, but we can't go on Google and recreate connection, true intimacy. Intimacy as a way of being is what I'm talking about here. So it behooves us at this time to put this higher on the priority list. To put it higher on the priority list. So what do we do next? We now really understand we're connected to this idea of intimacy as a way of being, intimacy as a vital component to our relationships and our business. What do we do next? I have a proven intimacy method. And before you kind of go, oh my gosh, another proven method, I want you to know that this is actually about you finding the answers within yourself. So, I mean, it's fascinating to me. I should go do a Google search on what people are paying John Gottman right now. Anybody here heard of the Gottman Institute? They do amazing work. They've done tons of research on couples in the therapy industry and you know what creates really good, strong relationships. They're just amazing on relationships. But the thing is they've studied patterns, and then they can give you the pattern that they've studied that they say, okay, out of all the couples we interviewed, you know, this is the pattern that showed up the most often, that had the greatest outcome and had the greatest results. But what's lacking about all these experts and their, you know, authority, opinion, and their formulas that they're giving is that they're missing the fact that you are your own individual and you are your own governing body. You are a sovereign being, and guess what? The answers are already inside of you. Doesn't that land? Doesn't that make more sense? It's like, hold on. So who's going to know the best about how you should do your relationship? It's you. But it doesn't come from here. It comes from deep in here. It comes from intimacy first with yourself. Intimacy with yourself first. Understanding what you feel, what you desire, what you love, what you value. And then being able to love that and express that and radiate that with another person so that they can see into you. When you're in that space, you're more capable of seeing into another, holding that space with another person. And this is how we begin to create true intimacy. Because the answer's already in you, and they're already in your partner. And I also want to add one more piece of this. When two people come together to create a partnership, there is an energetic creation or a spirit, if you will, of that relationship. I call it the soul of your marriage. You have a spiritual creation, an energetic body of that relationship. And there's wisdom in that. It knows what it needs. So can we take the time to listen? Can we take the time to feel into what that is? The problem is we do have traumas from our past. We have past experiences. We've got all the, expert advice, external authority swimming through our heads. We've got the voices of our mothers and fathers and those who raised us about how relationships should be and what, you want or don't want, who you are and who you're not, all this stuff, right? So when we're trying to do everything from here, it doesn't make any sense. We've got to sink in intimacy with yourself first. That is the intimacy method. And, as much as everybody's talking about heart over head and all that stuff, it's like easier said than done, right? And, what's so powerful about this, and again, bringing this full circle to what I talked about at the beginning is when you learn how to do this in your relationships, you're going to be more skilled at it in your business. All of a sudden it's going to become really clear to you, like, oh yeah, I need to create a collaboration connection with this person. And then the next thing you know, 50% of your business just came from that one person, from that referral. Or, or I need to take a little bit more time with this client. And then the next thing you know, their whole life has been changed. It's just being able to listen within and care for them, care for ourselves. Let our hearts lead. That's what we need. So again, I'm Melissa Keenan. I'm CEO and head intimacy coach at Coaching with Melissa Keenan. And this is what I do. I help women and couples, high-level business women and couples who are creating big things in the world to deepen their intimacy in their personal relationships And it's beautiful. I watch my clients go through this process, and then they turn around and have a ripple effect on the whole world around them. It's my favorite thing, and I know it's my calling right now, my mission right now. So if this resonates with you, it's something that you want to explore. It's like, I know that deeper intimacy is that next level for me. I would love to hold that space with you. Just send me a DM. And we can set you up with a quick phone call where we can explore your experiences, what you're going through, what you deeply desire, and what it's going to take to get you there. If you're listening now and you're feeling like, oh, wow, I'm intrigued, I definitely want to know more, I'm too terrified to get on a call because, hey, sister, I get it, then come and join us in Women Manifesting Intimacy. It's my private Facebook community, really beautiful group of women who prioritize intimacy in their lives. We call ourselves the Intimacy Movement over there. So I've loved sharing this time with you guys today. Please reach out to me. Listen to that intuitive voice within you that's saying, you want more intimacy. You've been wanting this for some time now. Maybe she could help. I'm telling you, I can. And I'd love to guide you to your next resource around deepening intimacy so that you can be the most powerful leader connected to your soul's purpose, like you're meant to be on the planet. Okay, thanks guys.